All right, let's go. I think I got all my technical issues out of the way now, and we're back. What are we back to? We're back to the antidote. What is the antidote? The antidote is the vaccine for toxic thinking. And we're pulling from ancient wisdom from the ancestors and the ancient ones out of the ancient text, the book of Proverbs, usually attributed to King Solomon. But that's where we're coming from. And why am I doing this? I'm doing this. My motivation is for those young people, 16, 17, 18 to 24 years old, who are starting out their life and they need a little bit of guidance, because there's not a whole lot of common sense anymore. Well, my goal is to help people get the idea about common sense, to just know what is common sense and what's common about what's happening in this life. So what's going on right now, I am teaching regarding wisdom. We're in the 8th chapter, thus the 8th episode. I've been talking about this whole thing about wisdom being personified. So what I need to do is I need to make sure you get a clear understanding of what wisdom personified looks like. Here it is. Now, before we do that, let's go and take a look at what the definition of personified. Personified, all right, it's a term that means to conceive of or represent as a person, or as having human qualities. So, let's do it like this. I have a car, and sometimes I call my car she. She's good to me. She takes me where I need to go and all that kind of stuff. Now, she is not a she. She's not even a human being, but I'm personifying the car as a she, right? So what we're doing now, we're talking about wisdom being personified. This deep quality of God being personified as a female. That's one of the things you need to understand. That happens a lot in the ancient text. They use personification to describe something that's not a person at all, but it has the attributes or characteristics of God or someone else, and they use personification. Now, here it is. We're going straight to the text. I want to read this to you quickly. In this chapter, wisdom is personified. Wisdom proclaims her value, and wisdom is the agent of creation. Such a personification has affinities with wisdom literature of the ancient Near East, and may have drawn on some of the literature, albeit with appropriate safeguards. All right. So here it is. Wisdom is personified. First of all, let's talk about wisdom. What wisdom is? It says, does not wisdom call out? Does not understand and raise her voice at the top of the prominent places along the way. So at the very head, so wisdom is saying, like, I'm right here at the crossroads of life. I'm at the head of all the activity of human activity, and I want you to know I'm here, and I'm here for a purpose. I'm here for you. I want you to get this. So wisdom is calling out. She's placing herself in a prominent area so that you can understand who and what she is and what she's here for. Let's go. She's at the intersection of the path she has taken her stand. Besides the gates opening into the city, at the entrance of the doorway, she cries out. So this is another way of saying she's at the very, like, you know how they have them welcome signs, welcome to Inglewood, or welcome to Rosemead, or welcome to whatever, or even welcome to a state, welcome to California. They had these things. So what she's saying, I'm right at that sign, entering into the wisdom and knowledge of men, entering into the life experience of humans. And I'm saying to you, listen to me, hear me, take advantage of what I have. I want to give you something that's going to be more precious than anything you've ever had in your life. In fact, I want you to value this more than I want you to value this more than gold. I want you to value this more than silver. I want you to value this more than rubies or anything you ever can imagine, if you get this wisdom and get it locked into your system. So why is he saying that? Because wisdom is going to give you great rewards. What they call it, ROI, return on your investment. If you invest in learning wisdom, it's going to give you great return. Listen to how she says it here in the text. To you, O people, I call out, and my voice calls to all humankind. That says mankind, but we giving it some neutrality. Calls out to all humankind. You were naive discern. You who are naive, discern wisdom. If you're naive, discern wisdom. What is discern wisdom? I want you, it's an imperative, it's a command, right? And it's a command to say, understand, to understand wisdom. I want you to discern it. I want you to see it. I want you to see it. The call is for the simple to understand what wisdom is and not just gain it. Not just buy wisdom, not just get a book with wisdom in it, but I want you to internalize wisdom. I want you to take wisdom in and become one with wisdom. That's what she's saying. And you fools, understanding and discernment. I want the naive to get wisdom, discern wisdom, and I want the fools, those people who do not believe that there is a God, those people who don't keep God consciousness in their mind, they don't care about anything but themselves. Those foolish people, he said, I want you to get some discernment too. I'm here for you. That's what she says she's here for. Wisdom is here for the naive and for the fools to understand discernment. That's one part of what wisdom is here for. And she says this, listen, for I will speak excellent things, and my lips will utter what is right. For my mouth speaks truth, and my lips hate wickedness. What is wickedness? I don't know what it is. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. What is abomination? We better look that word up. I think I had that somewhere looked up for you, because abomination is one of those old-timey words that we hardly see. We hardly see it anywhere around. Old-timey words. Let's see. It should be right here coming up. I see if I have abomination on here somewhere. Maybe in the next lesson. If not, I have to look it up for you. No. So let me go back and get it, and then I will look this word up for you, because this is what wickedness is abomination. So we want to know what abomination is so we can understand what wickedness is, right? So we're going to put that in the dictionary right now and find out what it is. Abomination. Let's look it up. Abomination, something regarded with disgust or hatred. Ugh, that's nasty, that's disgusting. It's an abomination. It should not even be anywhere near godly or righteous things. An abomination, right? Extreme disgust or hatred, loathing, abomination. That's what an abomination is. So wickedness, that the act of doing wrong and not treating people right, is wickedness. Wisdom hates it. For my mouth speaks truth, and my lips hate wickedness. Wisdom don't even let wickedness come out of her mouth. All the words of my mouth are righteous. What is righteous? Let's see if they get it understood. The phrase could be rendered understood. All the words of my mouth are said in righteousness, or the preposition could be interpreted as a beth, essential. All words of my mouth are essential, righteous words. So you want to have, wisdom says, I don't speak wickedness. Like we learned yesterday that the seductress, she used words to flatter and to seduce. Righteousness used words to help build up and lift up. There's nothing in them twisted or crooked. All of them are clear to the discerning and upright, to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction, wisdom says, rather than silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and desirable things cannot be compared to her. So look, it's saying, wisdom is saying like this, look, if you have a choice to get some silver or wisdom, get wisdom. If you have a choice of getting gold or wisdom, get wisdom. If you have a choice to getting the most precious thing you can even imagine, rubies or something like that, get wisdom. Wisdom is more valuable than anything you can even imagine. Because it will help you, if you ever get some of those things, it will help you to keep those things and maintain them and pass them on to you. Wisdom is a protector. Wisdom is a guide. Wisdom is a sure thing, and wisdom wants to be a blessing to you. Look at this. For wisdom is better than rubies. Verse 12. I, wisdom, have dwelt with prudence. What is prudence? Prudence is the noun shrewdness. I, wisdom, stay with shrewdness. You ever met anybody who you consider them to be shrewd? They're not smart. They're not just smart, they're shrewd. They don't just put their stuff out there on Front Street. So it says wisdom lives with shrewdness. I think I looked up that word. I don't know. Let me see if I have prudence. I think I have prudence for you, because that might be something that's not a word that we hear a lot, and it might be helpful for you to have that word in your arsenal. Prudence. You can't be too far behind, because I know I looked it up not too long ago. All these are words I looked up for you to make sure I'm prepared for whatever comes in our way. But sometimes good plans get distorted. So let's go to prudence. Prudence. Here's the word prudence. Just copy it. And let's paste it into our dictionary. Prudence. Prudence. The definition of prudence is the ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of reason. My God. I did not look this up, because now I'm seeing how important prudence is. So it said wisdom dwells with prudence. And what is prudence? Prudence is the ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of reason, logic, understanding, sagacity, or shrewdness in the management of affairs. Prudence is also sagacity. That's ancient wisdom, or shrewdness in the management of your affairs. You know how to take care of things. You know how to get things done. Wisdom is skill and good judgment in the use of resources. If you're wise, if you have prudence, you have skill and good judgment in the use of resources. Caution or circumspection as to danger or risk. Wisdom, prudence, they hang out together. Here's the one I like the most for this one. It's the ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of wisdom. That's what wisdom does. Wisdom is trying to help you govern you. Wisdom is trying to help you maintain life and don't get caught up in all the foolishness that goes on in the world. Wisdom, and that's why I'm bringing it to you, because I realize there's a whole lot of foolishness in the world. Presidents act foolish. People, paupers act foolish. And so we want to help you to get some wisdom, so that you can know how to handle yourself in deep situations and know how to handle other things as well. I, wisdom, have dwelt with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and the evil way. Now, I want to say this to you right now. A lot of times people say, you should fear God. You should fear God. You should fear God. Oh, fear God, and be scared of him. So nobody really want to come to God, because God is already presented as this big old ogre who wants to hurt and destroy people as soon as he get a chance. As soon as you find them doing something stupid, that they step on them, crush them out, put them in a place that they call hell, all that kind of stuff. Listen, the fear of God is not about being scared of God. The fear of God is defined right here. Look what it says right here. I like the way it defined it, so I'm going to stick with it just like it said it. The fear of the Lord is to what? Hate evil. Let me see if there's any note about evil. To hate. This verb means to hate, right? In this sentence, it functions normally as fearing the Lord is hating evil. The verb translate hate as the basic idea of rejecting something spontaneously. All right. So to hate this, and hate in this way is to reject something spontaneously. The fear of the Lord is to reject evil right away. Don't wait on it. Don't think about it. If you want to fear God, don't be getting caught up in evil, ungodly, unrighteous, wicked stuff. That's how you fear God. You respect God by not participating in something that God hates, and he hates evil. So don't be scared of God. Be scared of evil and the personification of evil, which is sometimes called Satan himself. I hate arrogant pride and the evil way, the perverse utterances. What is that? Perverse utterances is the mouth of perverse things. Don't say evil stuff out of your mouth. Don't be all the time cursing and saying foul stuff and nasty stuff. You don't have to tell anybody about what your anatomy and all that kind of stuff. Leave all that stuff alone. Keep arrogance out of your mouth and pride out of your thing. What is that? Pride, arrogance are both the same. They come from the verbal root to rise up and think that you the most important thing. There's nothing more important to you. Don't walk around here with arrogance and pride, thinking you the cat's meow and the dog's bow wow. No, stop all that kind of stuff. Don't have that attitude. Have an attitude that I'm so thankful to be alive, and because of that thankfulness I have to be alive, I'm gonna treat people right. I'm gonna do people right. I'm gonna stay away from the evil way and nasty talk out of my mouth. counsel and sound wisdom belong to me. That's what wisdom said. You want to have wise counsel? You want to have sound wisdom? They belong to me. Wisdom is saying that I possessed understanding and might. By me, kings reign. They say, wisdom is saying, you know, we got a new king now. I'm dating this, I guess. King of Israel, king of Egypt, king of England, King Charles III, because the Queen Elizabeth just died. So now he's going to have to use wisdom and prudence and understanding. And if he does it, he won't have a very long tenure as the king. And if we don't use it, we won't have very long tenure as rulers of our own life, right? He says, look, by me kings reign, and by me potentates decree. They make laws, righteousness. By me princes rule, as well as nobles, and all righteous judge. I will love those who love me. Wisdom is making a promise. I'm going to love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently, they will find me. So you know, it says in the New Testament that if any of you lack wisdom, then ask of God, and He won't hold it back from you. So wisdom is trying to be found. Wisdom wants to be known. God wants to impart wisdom to you, and He wants you to have enough wisdom to listen to people who are wise teachers like this teacher in this scripture and trying to teach you some good stuff. I will love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Riches and honor are with me. You want to be rich? You want to be rich? You want to be wealthy? You want to have honor? You want people to respect you and have honor? Then act like you got some wisdom. Get you some wisdom, and then they'll give you some act right. Riches and honor are with me. Long-lasting wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than the purest gold. Look, so wisdom is saying, you want to live long? You want to have big money and have wealth that lasts a long time? Then you get you some wisdom, brother. Get you some wisdom, sister. Child of God, son of the Most High. Get you some wisdom. My fruit is better. Wisdom says, my fruit is better than the purest gold, and my harvest is better than choice silver. I walk in the path of righteousness, in the pathway of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth. You will become an inheritor of wealth if you take this wisdom, that I may fill their treasures. The Lord created me at the beginning of His work. So wisdom is saying, look, if you get me, I'm going to help you to get all the other stuff that you want. I think in another place it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Get wisdom first. If you get some wisdom, get some understanding, get some principles, lock those things down, you will be able to stand with integrity. You'll be able to stand strong. Don't mean things won't happen, but when it happens, you'll have wisdom and come to you immediately and show you what to do and what to do next. Wisdom is more valuable than gold, than silver, than rubies, than anything you can ever think. Get wisdom. And it says here, the Lord created me at the beginning of His works. So that's kind of help you get it clear that wisdom is not God, but one of God's creative attributes. And so, and it says that before God created the heavens and the earth and all that other stuff, God got wisdom so that wisdom can set the rules and set the boundaries for all that God created. The Lord created me. So the first of God's creating is wisdom. The Lord created me as the beginning of His works, before His deeds of long ago. From eternity I have been fashioned. From before the world existed, when there was no deep oceans, I was born. Wisdom is talking about that. So wisdom, when there was no springs, no oceans, no overflow with water, before the mountains were set in place, before the hills I was born, before He made the earth and its fields, or the topsoil of the world. When He established the heavens, I was there. When He marked out the horizon over the face of the deep, when He established the clouds, above, when He secured the fountains of the deep, wisdom was there. When He gave the sea His decree, that the waters should not pass over His command. When He marked out the foundation of the earth, then I, beside Him as a master craftsman, and I was His delight. Day by day, rejoicing before Him, that's God, all times, rejoicing in the habitable part of His earth, and delighting in its people. So now, children, listen to me. Now, wisdom got a pretty strong rap sheet. You know, wisdom putting it out there and saying, look, you don't know who I am? I was there before the water. I was there before anything was created. I was there before any of the earth, the heaven and earth. I am that important to God that God loved me and created me at the very beginning so I can help everything else come into being and be established. So in all you're getting, get you some wisdom. That's what I'm trying to say. Wisdom is trying to say that to you. So now, children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction so that you may be wise and do not neglect it. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching at my door day by day, waiting beside my doorway. For the one who finds me has found life and received favor from the Lord. My God. I mean to read that again. Wisdom said, if you found me, you found life and received favor from the Lord. But the one who misses me brings harm to himself, and all who hate me, they love death. What more can wisdom say? Wisdom is trying to say in this 8th installment of the antidote, get me. Get you some wisdom. Learn what the fear of God is. The fear of God is to stay away from evil. And if you want to be wealthy, you want to have wealth, you want to have success, you want to have power, you want to have longevity, you want to have all the things that you want can be attained and preserved through wisdom. So in all you're getting, get wisdom. Our Father, in the name of the I Am that is, I pray that you would grant everyone who listens to this some wisdom. That you would let them begin to search after wisdom as though it's his most prized possession. And then they start applying wisdom. And then, Father, after they get some wisdom, get some understanding, and get some knowledge, let them begin to be super, super prosperous and successful. I'm out. Keep your hands clean and your heart pure. You cannot go wrong with that. This is Uncle Omar now teaching you